Droid.
Welcome to the Droid Forums News Brief, where your humble host, E.G. Storm,
Hello.
and Serial Killer cover the hot news topics of the week. We got a lot to talk about this week, Stormy, so let's just jump right into this sucker.
Actually, we have it's going to be a short week, isn't it? We only have a few stories. But they're pretty intriguing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I have first for us is the Android Wear now got a new update that supports Wi-Fi and gesture control. Or I guess it will get that update. It hasn't yet.
Right.
I think it's awesome. I love that they're finally including Wi-Fi support. It makes sense because Google wants to eventually push Wi-Fi calling. Can you imagine having Wi-Fi calling on your watch? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as gesture control, that seems a little bit of a waste on a tiny device. But if they can make it work well, I'd be curious to see it. I don't have a specific comment to highlight today, but I want to shout out a hearty thank you to Foxcat for doing extra research and adding so much to this thread. Great job, Foxcat.
Yeah, he really did. He really jumped in there and got some great information in there. But yeah, I think it's, they answered Apple, they added the Wi-Fi support. I think it's going to be really cool. I do like the gesture support on, because you kind of flick your wrist and you don't have to use your hands anymore. Some people may not care about that, but I think it's kind of a cool little touch, and they keep updating it, and I'm really interested to see what they're going to do, because no matter what people think, Apple has entered the market now. Google is going to up their game. They're not going to want to be outdone by Apple. So I think Android Wear is going to be really really picking up steam, and these updates should start pouring out. But also, I just wanted to mention really quick that Mountain Biker brought up a good point about the Wi-Fi affecting the battery life. Battery life is going to be kind of everything with these smartwatches, I mean, what good is it going to do if you turn the Wi-Fi just takes a big hit to the battery, and and it just drains it really quick. So, that remains to be seen. But hey, you know what? They added that feature, and I am all for it.
Roger that. I agree.
All right. Next up, Verizon's Google Nexus 6 now available for $250 on contract. Oh my God, did I just read that? Verizon's Google Nexus now available? Yeah, man. Well, you know what? No surprises here. Coming out with a phone, what 7 months later? Something like that. Yeah, come on, Verizon. But $250 on contract? I don't know about that. But those are my thoughts. But hey, you know what? People that have been waiting for it, it's here.
I think the execs at Verizon HQ are ate up in the head. Not only did they release this device at least 5 months too late, they are also pricing it far too high on contract. Yeah. Epic fail.
With a P?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 94LT1 summed it up perfectly in another thread. He said, "It's too late, and anyone interested might have picked it up elsewhere already."
Exactly, right?
Yep.
All right, so last up is the quick poll.
Yeah, the perfect display size for the smartphones.
Yeah, man. Dude, I like these. I like these polls. You come up with some really good polls.
Thanks.
And as you can see, it's pretty much tied between the 5 and the 5 to 5.2 to 5.5 to 6 inches. I did vote for the 5 to 5.2 because, for me, I mean, that's just like the perfect spot, because I can still use the phone with one hand.
Right.
I don't have small hands. I got pretty big hands, and going into 5.5 inches, or even 6 inches, you see people. Even myself, you still kind of struggle. Yes, you can use one hand, but it's not easy. It's just kind of, it's just not comfortable. Like with a 5-inch screen, bam, you could use your single hand. But we want to touch on something real quick that Lee Shore. This picture.
Yeah, that picture's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Because my girlfriend's sister's got a Note 4, and we were in a store one time, and she was on the phone. And it was dude, I had to laugh because it was so huge next to her head. And I told my girlfriend, I was like, go look, check that out. And showed her sister, and we just both were laughing because the phone was it looked like this picture right here. It was
Like
so huge, you know?
Like holding up a monitor to your face.
Exactly. Like, oh my God. So yeah, that's my thoughts. 5.2 is perfect. Looks good when you're talking on it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts.
That's a great story. And I think we're in alignment on this one. I must admit that I'm surprised that the larger displays are so close at a tie in this poll.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the 5-inch display on my Nexus 5 is spot on. I chose Ryan PM40 to highlight because he makes a great point that 5.5 to 6 inches just feels huge.
Yeah.
Still, I can see the appeal for folks. And recognize that this is all very subjective, you know?
Absolutely.
It was great to get a feel for what our users think. And I think that, we all have a different way of looking at it. We also have different size hands and different size faces. And, so I appreciate everybody's input. Keep going. And I want to hear what everybody thinks in the thread on this poll.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised as well, but I do get why people like the bigger screens. I mean, it is kind of cool to have a big screen, but as a mobile device, then it starts when you got to send text, you got to email, you got to use it. So then it's just, that's where the hang up is for me. If I had super long ET fingers, well, maybe that might work. Hey, but look at Foxcat's picture. That's exactly what we're talking about.
For sure.
Exactly what I was talking about. But anyway, that's it this week, folks. We do thank you for tuning in once again, and remember to leave your comments in the news stories because you never know if we may feature you in them. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
It's always a pleasure. See you next week.